Hello Angreji से अब तुक्केबाजी नहीं, चलना जुनूनी जीत की मंजिल सही, अब तैयारी होगी तुक्केबाजी नहीं.
Alright, hello everybody. Welcome back to my second lecture. I hope each one of you is doing fine and you are positive and with that full energy and enthusiasm of cracking UGC NET. Right? So again and again, this a repeated reminder from my side is there that our dream is not UGC NET, it's JRF. And we are not so far off JRF. One thing which I want to make you clear, right? So we have to just give our best, keep studying, keep working hard, and that's what Hello Angreji stands for, wherein we are giving our best, and that how things go. So I hope you have done your test, which I gave you, and you have also done your homework. That was Bibles is very important. So you should be knowing when a great Bible was published, when Geneva Bible was published, when printing press came into the scenario. That was in 1455. Who started this printing press? Invented printing press. That was Gutenberg. So you must be aware of these things, right, guys? So students, today we are going to start Beowulf. So Beowulf, it's itself very important topic, and plus I would say majorly the most of the questions that usually come in UGC NET exam is from this particular poem only, that is Beowulf. Now the Beowulf is very amazing work, and you would be shocked to know that many questions have been asked from Beowulf, and each time different type of question was asked in from Beowulf, not only in UGC NET but in the other type of exams as well, be it PhD entrances, even in NPTEL exam. I saw that many questions were there from Beowulf. Okay, so number one is Beowulf is epic. I already told you in the previous class what epic is. Epic is a long narrative form, right? In epics, usually we have a legendary heroes. There's a mythology, there's a history. So normally, epic is part history, part mythology. Okay, so Beowulf is very long. We have 3182 lines, and each line is divided into 43 chapters and 43 sections. So these sections are known as fifths or fifths. One more thing, this Beowulf is seen in the manuscript that is Cotton MS Vitellius. This we already did. Beowulf is written in West Saxon dialect. This is PYQ. Question was asked on which dialect Beowulf was written. So you must be aware that it was written in West Saxon dialect. And plus, how many lines are there in Beowulf? 3182. You must be aware of these things as well, because this is also PYQ. Right? So in Beowulf, there are many characteristics. There's alliteration. Alliteration is a repetition of a consonant sound, which we already did. And this repetition of consonant sound is in the beginning of every sentence. For example, she sells at the seashore. That first sound is being repeated in the beginning. So that is alliteration. Right? Apart from that, planning we already did for figurative language. When two brothers make up the one word, we make the railroad. Right? I already told you when I was having that class of the literary terms, I told you that canning is used, even little it is used in Beowulf. Okay, then we have Caesura. Caesura means volta. When there's a sudden shift in the main storyline, that is Caesura, or you can say volta. And normally we see the Caesuras and voltas in Petrarchan sonnets. And Petrarchan sonnet is that sonnet. Firstly, we have octave of 8 lines, then sextet of 6 lines. Then in between, there's a volta. Right? So you know that Petrarch is sonnet. And one other very important question of Beowulf was that how many narratives are there in Beowulf? Beowulf has 3 narratives and it is divided into 2 parts. Right? Again, I'm repeating 3 narratives in 2 parts. Okay, this is important. And next is Beowulf, whose fame far flew the boast of him. Now we are talking about the werewolf who is very famous, who is whose fame speaks volume. This quotation, far flew the boast of him, is important. Okay, so the setting of the poem is in Scandinavia in the land of Geats. Again, there was a question that Beowulf belongs to which land? So the answer is Geats land. That was another important question. This is also PYQ. That Beowulf, the hero of story, belongs to Geat lands. Geats, a tribe located in what is now southern Sweden. This is important. Another PYQ, this PYQ is not from the UGC NET, but I suppose this PYQ is from PhD entrance. That what is the name of sword which is seen in the epic Beowulf? That is Naegling. This is important. You can just highlight with the highlighter. Naegling is the name of sword seen in the epic Beowulf. Right? So, it's very difficult to sum up the poem of 3182 lines in just half a page. So, whatsoever I have written, that's very important from exam point of view. So, you have to study each one point. Right, and Beowulf is itself is very important. It holds the significance in the test in your exam. So, this important Beowulf. Now, another question that is important from the exam point of view is that at the beginning of Beowulf, which hero is addressed? That is skilled skiffing. This is again very important. Right. So all his qualities and actions establish the standards of kingship and characters that the king Hrothgar aspired to emulate. Now, who's King Hrothgar that we are going to study? And one more thing, another question that is very important: that what is the relation between Beowulf and Gitish King Hakelek? He's a nephew. Beowulf is a nephew. This is important. Again, you can highlight this. Another, this is the same question which I saw in PhD entrance test. Okay. Now, quickly we'll begin with the story. Now, how story happens is Beowulf is called by King Hrothgar and his beautiful beloved, that is Wealhtheow. Again, this one question asked by UGC NET that what is the name of Mrs. of Hrothgar, so you must be aware. So whatsoever I have written in the bold letters, that is genuinely very important from the exam point of view. So name of his beloved is Wealhtheow. Now, Hrothgar is so much he's stressed. He is so much worried because since 12 years, his hall, that is Heorot, is terrorized by a monster. Now, the name of that monster is Grendel. Now, why Grendel is terrorizing the Heorot is because he hates the sound of music and celebration. Now, who exactly is Grendel? Grendel is descendant of a Cain. All right. So I hope that's clear. So exactly one thing I want to tell you is that the meaning of a hall heroid is actually the hall of a heart. I've written there. Just see. I'm highlighting it. Just see. The meaning of Heorot, the hall where Hrothgar and his wife Wealhtheow, along with their warriors, sing and celebrate, is hall of a heart. Heart means male deer. Again, this is very important. Right? So Grendel has been terrorizing people since 12 years. So this is again important. This is PYQ. Now, why was he terrorizing people? Because he hates the sound of joy and music. Again, this is PYQ. Now, again, another question is, who is the one person who underestimates Beowulf? That he won't be able to defeat Grendel. That person is Unferth. This is a PYQ. What is the name of a person? This was a question asked in UGC NET. right? Then Beowulf tells Unfurt about his great achievements, about his ability to swim. Okay, so when Grendel comes, Beowulf fights with utmost power, with utmost, I'll say, with full. He came up without any weapon, like he was a brave soldier. Now, what happened next is Beowulf finally defeats Grendel by tearing his shoulder apart. Again, this is a question. Sorry, tearing off his arm, not shoulder, arm. This is a PYQ. This is a question asked by Net. Now, since Beowulf was called upon by Rodger, and when he defeated Grendel, so Rodger, as a gift, gave him hate, horses, weapons, armor, and treasures. Now, when Grendel died, his mother got so much offended. Now, Grendel's mother came to take revenge of the death of her son. Now, our brave soldier Beowulf, then what he did, he defeated his mother also. How? By taking her to the underwater. Again, this is important PYQ, that how did he defeat her? Okay, so next story. After 50 years, another dragon came. Now see, a Beowulf, another after 50 years, he has that same energy, he has that same vigor, he has same strength and same power. Right, and each of the warrior along with Beowulf, each warrior ran away. Only one person left to support Beowulf was Wiglaf. Now another question arises: why did dragon came? Why did he dragon come? Dragon came because a thief stole from a dragon a cup from its treasure, which offended dragon. The dragon wants to avenge this. Right. Now, Wiglaf supported Beowulf so much. Despite receiving a heavy blow from Dragon, Wiglaf didn't give up. Though Beowulf was also injured equally during this battle, but was succeeded in defeating the dragon. Now, what happens? A funeral scene comes of a Beowulf. So the people took 10 days to build a huge barrow as a monument to their lost king, that is Beowulf. Now, who is the descendant after the Beowulf? That is Wiglaf. So that's the whole story of Beowulf. All the important points are mentioned in my notes. I have bolded it for your reference. So each and every point is very, very important from the exam point of view. You have to just give your best and keep revising it. You must be aware of all the facts because you never know from which part the question can come in your exam. So another very important fact is that the who translated Beowulf? J.R.R. Tolkien and Seamus Honey. See, I've written the bold letters. Again, I'm highlighting it for your reference, for your convenience. You also underline in your notes. J.R.R. Tolkien translated Beowulf in his work on translating Beowulf, and Seamus Honey. This was a very important.
अब तैयारी होगी